Thanks for being here, everybody. Wouldn't have blamed you if you didn't show up. They just beat us in every phase. They outcoached us. And they blocked better, beat blocks better, they tackled better, broke tackles better than we did, took care of the ball a lot better than we did. And that's where the game is won, in those fundamentals. They did it much better than we did. Sorely disappointed. As excited and proud we were 8 days ago, we're as disappointed as we've ever been. And so it's hard to lose that game. That one hurts a lot, especially when the trophy's on the line. We had a chance to keep that trophy at West Point. We didn't do it, so.
Open up for questions. Go ahead.
JJ Pavlik, Bad Dog Sports. What are some lessons that you can take from this game to prepare for the bowl game?
Well, I got to figure out how I can coach better.
Ken Craig.
Bear with me. I'll do the best I can. I do a better job preparing our team and preparing our coaches. That's number one, because it's my responsibility, it's my job. And I clearly didn't do a very good job of that this evening, so we got to do a better job of that to prepare for the bowl game. And really just get our team to play better fundamentally. And that's where I felt like we lost the game tonight. They did a better job of blocking us. We just couldn't sustain drives, blocking them and moving them. They were able to get off of blocks on us. It's a fundamental we didn't do a great job of tonight. We had some turnovers, we forced some throws a couple of times, and that's not Bryce's fault. He's just trying to make a play. They missed some opportunities. In the kicking game, the fake punt, I regret going after the punt, but we went after it, tried to block it. We'd done that the first couple of times. I just felt like we needed to try to make a play there. And we're down 8 points, and I wish I'd just taken the ball back, lined up with the defense or something like that. Safe look. But at that point, I was desperate to win. I wanted our team to win and make a play. And obviously they turned the tide on us and made a play there and faked the punt. It's a good call on their part. So the lessons are probably let it soak in a little bit before we really figure out how we can really use this to improve. I think losing stinks. I think you learn just as many lessons when you win as you do when you lose. The same things happen in the game. So, anyway, sorry about that. Long-winded.
Go ahead, Ken.
Coach Ken Kreitzer, Cam-Vets Media. You got off to kind of a slow start with maybe getting a touchdown on their opening drive, and then you had the interception, led to a touchdown. But then Bryson was able to connect with Hayden Reed on a 23-yard play to make it 14-7. How did you feel at that point in the game? Did you feel like you were playing well enough?
We were very fortunate at halftime to only be down 7 points. And it was just a lot of things. Certainly when we kicked the opening kickoff out of bounds, it was at the 35-yard line. It's not a rule, but they've got to score. I mean, we gave them 10 extra yards, but it didn't start off, great, just with giving them a shorter field. They scored. We had a kickoff in the second half that they returned out to about the 40 or 45-yard line and scored on that drive. We had the turnover, as you said, and they took them 3 plays to score. That was in the first half. The wheel route down there. And just when things go wrong, you gotta make a play and answer, and that's what we didn't do. they made some plays and got themselves in good position, and they capitalized, and we didn't do a good job of doing that ourselves.
Coach, why was Blake Horvath tough to contain? 240 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 throwing touchdowns.
They did a great job blocking us. They created some seams for him. A couple times he pulled it down on a pass play and just out leveraged us and had some long runs. They were running the power read play, quarterback power, where they have a stretch look, and sometimes he was reading it, sometimes they were just running a power play for him and blocking it up. And they did a good job creating some seams. And he's a fast runner, and he got loose a couple times. It's hard for us to catch him.
Thank you.
Sal?
Coach Cronic brought a new offense to Navy this year. Was it tough to simulate that in just a week of practice, or did they do anything different than you anticipated? Or
No, there wasn't anything that surprised us. I mean, those are all things that they had done this year, and we tried to prepare for them as much as we could over this last week. It's difficult to practice for another team when we're preparing for other games. Certainly during the Notre Dame week, we're getting ready for them. The UTSA game, we're getting ready for them. The Tulane game, we're getting ready for them. That's just back to back games we were playing. And so really it wasn't until the final horn of the Tulane game when we could really hone in on this game and do as much as we could. And I wanted to have our team fresh. So our practices weren't long, and in a shorter practice, you got a balancing act there. The time to prepare and to practice those things full speed, and to have a healthy team. And so we tried to balance those as best we could. And lots of meeting time and walkthroughs and those kinds of things. But the fact is, they just executed better. And we had some chances. Their third touchdown, we just missed the tackle on the sideline. Got very good fundamentals there. We had a chance to hit Casey on the touchdown pass in the back of the end zone. We settled for a field goal. Just some plays that we could make. And I don't know, maybe we tackled that guy on the sideline. Maybe they score later in the drive. I don't know, but sure like to make it tougher on them. And so we just didn't play great fundamentally, and that's something that we've done pretty well throughout the year. Is block people and sustain blocks and open some seams for our runners. And we played pretty good defense, played pretty stout, and we played about as poorly collectively as a team tonight as we have all year. And I don't think the emotion of the game had anything to do with it. Just give them credit. They made the plays they needed to.
you said winning this game would make a good season great. You still have one more game to play. You still had a really good season. Is this game going to take a couple days? A game like this take a couple days to get over before you move on to the bowl game, or no?
This game's going to take 365 days to get over, and probably a lifetime for me. I still lose sleep over games we've lost. I'm thinking of ones we lost way more than ones we've won. I'm just relieved when we win. When we lose, I wake up at night, games we lost 10 years ago. I promise you. When your competitor stays with you. So this stinks.
Is this one of a nightmare game, so to speak, or no?
Sorry.
This is a nightmare game, so to speak.
Oh, I don't know. Just I mean, we played 12 games to this point going into this game tonight. It's as poorly as we played. And give credit to the other team. They had a lot to do with it. It wasn't like we just, they didn't have to do anything. They had to earn it. They blocked us, they tackled us, they beat blocks. And they just outplayed us tonight. Outplayed us, outcoached us.
Couple more.
Bryson mentioned how difficult it was to play from behind. How different does his play have to be when you guys are trailing? You guys didn't trail that much this year.
Trail of North Texas. We came back and won that game. I don't know. It was still a one-score game there when they faked the punt. Like I said, I got a lot of regrets over that. It's my decision to make, but if they'd have punted and we'd blocked the punt, we'd sure been happy. I'd probably second guess myself all the way around. If we just took the ball back and then didn't score on that drive and relinquished it on downs, I'd probably been saying, I wish I'd have gone after that punt, tried to block it, made one more play. So, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to win a football game. It's really hard to win this one. And we never felt like we were out of it. Just when they got that score after the fake punt, we still had a chance. If we could get a quick score, we get the ball back one more time, still got a chance to get a touchdown drive. There were still opportunities to win football games, so our guys never quit.
Go ahead.
Matt Trickinoy from Herbert from Sports Radio. Well, I know you wanted a different outcome tonight, but you still had a tremendous season, 11-2 AAC champs. So just talk about what a tremendous season that you've had.
It's been a good season. When you lose this game, there's nothing great, tremendous, outstanding, or stupendous about it. It frankly makes the season a bit of a disappointment. And that's just the truth of this game and the fact of how big this rivalry is. To lose this game sours the season. And maybe I'm just a poor sport, but this is the biggest game of the year. And you drive up to West Point right now and look around and see the signs on campus, BEAT. There's only one name behind it anywhere on campus. It's the biggest game of the year.
And so what are some things that you are going to do differently, or to have a different outcome next year of the game?
I hope I can get our team to perform better in the fundamentals. We got to get them to block better and to tackle better and defeat blocks, break tackles, and take care of the ball better and try to get the ball away from the other team. I'm going to try to do all those things better, because if we don't, I'm going to be up here with a sourpuss again.
Coach, AP Stedham, AP as we see it. Coach, when you practice during the week, is there any hint of your team not being prepared? Can you sense that in coaching all these years?
Sometimes I'll sense that our guys are maybe not focused or not prepared. There's not been one time this year that I felt that. Certainly not this week. Our guys were excited to play. They were focused on the game and desperately wanted to win this game. So they did. Emotion didn't affect the game. It wasn't like our guys were not ready. We were as ready as we could be, and we just didn't perform. They did. The other team made more plays.
Thanks, everybody.